So fun.
Good evening, fans from around the world. It's Nigeria United again. Another wonderful episode. And with me tonight is Jadu Banjuka and Mustafa Jinodu. We're going to be spotlighting Nigerian players as usual. And you're very welcome to this show.
Okay, I think maybe there's sound coming from Bill or from somebody's side. Maybe they should mute it for a second. Yeah. Until we get to you. Yeah. Okay, so how's everything, Afolabi? Yeah.
Very well, very well. It's peaceful. My side
of
Lagos. No issues at all.
Your side of Lagos. Is there a nice breeze outside with the rain?
Oh, sure, absolutely.
Okay. So let's get started. So we're gonna start off by talking about the problem with Nigeria has so many players like Eberici. We have guys who play in England. We have guys like the guy in what's the guy from Germany? Musiala. We have people of Nigerian heritage, but they play for other countries. But we have the new kid, Obi, who signed with Arsenal.
Manchester United.
He signed with Man United.
Man United, yeah.
Brilliant player. I've watched him play. Yeah, Man United. To me, he reminds me of Akanu and some other people. What do you think about it? He's very good with finishing.
Yes,
and he's only 16 years old. Yeah.
Very lanky, 6'2". That's almost the height of a point guard in the NBA at 16. And he's really very stocky. His dad is Nigerian. His mom is from Denmark. Really very good center forward and hold up the ball very well. Moved to London at the age of 14 and joined Arsenal Academy. And it's from the Arsenal Academy and national junior team that Manchester United ultimately paid 4 times what Arsenal was unwilling to pay to get his services. Wonderful talent.
Yeah, I think it was twice. Or was it 4 times? It was 4 times. They're paying him 30,000, right?
It was 4. They paid well above his price.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That means they know he's the player of the future. Yeah.
Oh,
and it means they should be starting him next year sometime, right?
Yeah,
or he'll play from the bench. What do you think?
I saw a few clips of him on YouTube, and it looked really very decent. It looked very matured, and it looked like a player that could, go on to do big things anytime soon.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts, Biodun, on Obi? Yeah, you can take him off mute. Yeah.
Yeah, Chido Martin.
Yeah, I think the young lad is one of the most phenomenal talents coming out of the Arsenal Academy, and I think unfortunately Arsenal did not want to lose such a prize talent that grew through the academy, and they saw him as a massive prospect, and that's why they offered him the maximum contract they've offered an academic graduate at Arsenal, and that was £15,000. The salary scale of Arsenal, that is the highest they could offer any graduate from the academy as a professional contract. They offered him, but the young man declined the offer and decided to switch to Manchester United, who doubled the offer and offered him £30,000 a week. He's one of the top of the academy products of Arsenal at the under-18 level, scoring about 54 goals run in the last couple of 3 seasons ago. Very fantastic striker. Doesn't waste too much chances in goal. Once he's in front of goal, once he's in front of goalkeeper, he tends to bury it 90% of the time. Very clinical.
He reminds me of
why several other teams wanted to poach him from Arsenal.
When I look at him, he reminds me of Kane in that he knows how to use his foot and he can change the angle of his shots and he can shoot off with both feet. What do you think, Bearden? Yeah. I think that's his best skill is his finishing, the way he shoots. He's not as fast as
the way he finishes is clinical.
He doesn't have speed like what's his name? Osimhen. He's not super fast, but he's tall, which means he will have a good aerial game too in front of the one. And also we have to remember he's only 15 or 16. So when he gets older, his legs will get stronger. He'll be able to jump higher. What do you think, Bearden? Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think those are one of his attributes, and at such a young age. You know that such prospect and such talent would definitely, there's room for improvement in his game in terms of strength, hold up play, build up play, and connect with other attacking players in the final third. So there's a lot of room of improvement for this young talent. But one thing I wish for the young lad is just to just to decide his international future immediately. I think
That's the
deciding
main
his
important
international
thing.
future
Yeah.
would be very, very important, and not wait for England to call him up or
Yeah.
the other countries
I'll-
one is from. But I think
I'm gonna deal with
England
that,
or
but very
Denmark.
quickly, you know who. Yeah, I'm gonna take your point, Beaton, but you know who he also reminds me of? Bergkamp and Van Persie. The way he finishes, he's kind of like them. They're not super fast, but when they're in the box, even if there's three people around them, they don't lose their concentration and they take the right angle for a shot. You know what I mean, Afolabi? Yeah,
Yes, I
he reminds me of Van
understand what you're
Persie.
saying.
But going back
Yes.
to what going back to what Beaton said, and to me, there's no reason to play for England or Denmark. Let me tell you why. It's only that those are big names. They don't come with money, because if you play for England and you're from Nigeria or you're one of these guys, you're going to be secondary like Iberichi. Osimhen has proven that you can play for Nigeria, and Osimhen is still considered top 4 strikers in the world. It's how you play for your team. It's not how you play for. This guy does not need to play for England. He does not need to play for Denmark. If he plays for Nigeria and Nigeria does well in Nations Cup and does well, and the main thing he needs to focus on is scoring a lot of goals in the English league. And my thing is that it's better for him to play for Nigeria, because Nigeria is a bigger nation and the market for African football is growing. What do you think, Bearden?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think looking at the prospect, I think if you look at both countries of Nigeria and Denmark, Denmark, yes, they're a powerhouse in the world of football in terms of the Euros, but relatively, they've not really won any international trophy in the career of Denmark, if you look at it, compared to Nigeria, where you have the chance of winning the AFCON. We are a very, very strong nation. We have a lot of talent coming up from our country. So I think deciding to play for Nigeria would definitely be the best prospect for him. But I know some of these guys that grew up in the UK, they always looked at playing for the English side first and giving the English team priority first. But I think he's a young man. He knows what he wants to do with his life. He knows what he wants to do with his career.
But the funny thing is that
my own stance is he should just make the decision early.
And historically, it would be different if he was from living in Spain. Historically, England has not represented. There's so many Nigerian players who are good. Like, who's that defender that England didn't take? The Nigerian central defender. They didn't take him to the World Cup, to the European. What's his name again? I think he plays for Crystal Palace. The Nigerian central defender, but he plays for England. They didn't even select him on the team. I forgot his name.
Fikayo Tomori. Is it Fikayo Tomori?
Tomori, yeah. He's very good.
Yeah, it's AC Milan.
AC Milan, sorry. They didn't take him. And even what's his name? Who play Eberici. He's the most skilled midfielder in England as far as dribbling and everything, and they still don't respect him. It's different if he was playing for Spain, where they will play you. But my thing is that if he goes to Nigeria, he has a good chance of starting. But he has to wait, because you still have what's his name? You still have Osimhen and Boniface. But this guy is young. He can be and also at the level he's going, he can be a superstar. So personally, if I would play for Nigeria. Denmark is also a good team, but I think Nigeria is actually a bigger market in football, as far as everybody knows the Super Eagles, and we're always afraid of them in the World Cup, even if it's Argentina or another team.
Of course,
what do you think, Afolabi?
The only exception, I think, is Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka ordinarily should be playing for Nigeria now.
But that one is finished. He's never going to play for Nigeria. He's already made up his mind.
So I think he needs to make up his mind early now and decide who to play for. And I think he stands a better chance if he plays for Nigeria. Playing for Denmark or England would be competitive.
But the only problem is Nigeria is disorganized. I'm not even sure if the NFA is courting this guy. They may not be trying to court him or scout him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, naturally, this kind of players, they go from the under-16 to the under-20 and to the Olympics, then to the national team.
And there's more development.
We don't have a system anymore.
We don't. So that's why I've changed my mind. He probably should go to Denmark. I'm serious. What do you think, Bearden? If it's probably in his best interest, it's in his best interest. Because I keep forgetting about the NFA, and we want to stay on our show. The NFA is a big disgrace. Nigeria has talent. NFF. I'm old. I'm thinking about the old days. I'm thinking about NTA television. But anyway, the Nigerian Football Federation is disorganized. There's no connectivity. Look at the Spanish system. They're winning on each level. And now you see that they're ready to win the World Cup because of systematic development. What do you think of Bearden?
Yeah, I think today I'm adopting Mustafa's style. Sponsor us, guys. Men of sponsor us on the show.
Oh yes, we're gonna get them. I have, but like we're gonna very soon we're gonna get sponsoring.
Man of
Don't worry,
ice.
yeah. Bearden, I'm jealous of you, especially on a Friday night in
So yeah,
Abuja.
I think yeah, I think to be fair, you're right. I think the NFF has not quite. I think there should always be this transition. I know they tend to go after some of these young kids at an early stage, but someone like this young man now will be looking at the amount of talent in the Nigerian squad. They'll be looking at Osimhen, will be looking at Terry Murphy, will be looking at Victor Boniface, will be looking at Paul Onuachu, and the kid will be asking himself, where will he have a chance to play in this squad? But it's a young man, he's someone that we can look to replace some of these aging legs in the squad.
And he has technical development. He has technical development. Yeah. Very good technical development.
So he's quite a young man. I know he's one of the most hot prospects in England. I think one reason why some of the top talents in Arsenal are deciding to leave is because Mikel Arteta is not looking at giving them some playing time. If you look at Emmitt Smith-Rowe now, the attacking midfielder at Arsenal has completed his move to Fulham.
Yes,
today you could see the likes of Eddie Nketiah pushing for a move away from Arsenal because he's not getting the accurate playing time he deserves. And you understand why this young man decided not to sign for Arsenal, knowing that he won't have that.
Especially after seeing what Yamal did. After seeing what Yamal did and what other guys like Euro, young guys.
So it's quite understandable.
But I think Warif said it.
But I think for Nigerian.
Sorry.
But for Nigerian football and Nigerian sports in general, I think they need to be a sense of responsibility and accountability. Yeah. Looking at what's happening in the Olympics, you could see that one of our potential medalists was not registered to run in the 100 meters. That was quite disgraceful, in my opinion, for that kind of incident.
We're going to talk about that tomorrow. Yeah.
Some of this lack of discipline and complacency happening in revolving around our sporting environment in general. And I think these are some of the things we need to take more seriously. I think if you look at the sporting circle in Nigeria, I think NFF, yes, they're underperforming, but they seem to be the one that is even doing more than any other component with regards to sports in Nigeria.
So here's my solution. I hate to say this, but Nigerian football needs to bring in technical advising team from Holland or Belgium or somewhere. And we also need to bring in a company like Nike or someone to sponsor our league and to sponsor our players and to pump the money into it, and then train a Nigerian coach, like someone like Finidi or someone else, to take over, but have technical advisors until we finally have people that can replace the foreign guys. But I think we need to bring in money, like how South Africa has. They have DSTV, then they have Belgian technical advisors.
MTN.
That's what we have to do.
There's no multinational currently present. I think the best person that
we need to bring it, but that means that the NFF. Yeah, so maybe Dangote, but every time Dangote wants to do something for Nigeria,
you are not offering him the commercial revenue that his brand deserves. For somebody to invest heavily in your league, you have to offer that commercial TV value in terms of live streaming, showing the matches on
bring MTN.
Television side.
Is this guy still Glow? What was that guy's name? I didn't know somebody. Yeah, is he still around? Yeah. No, we need a brand. Westerhoff and the other guy.
Bonfred Joe. Westerhoff and Bonfred Joe.
Bonfred Joe was the guy.
Bonfred Joe.
Yeah, but some people used to call him Joe Bonfrey. I remember he said that I remember Westerhoff made fun of Rufai. He said Rufai is a good goalkeeper because they run away when they see his face. Because Rufai had pox on his face. Is that we need to have systems and we need to hire the best. Even the US hires the best. They hired what's the guy, the striker from Klinsmann. They hired him, and they brought. So Nigeria needs to bring foreign technical guys, but we need to introduce our coaches and our players to become the head managers. But we need to have a technical system. The same way the Spanish people, they brought in what's his name? Who's the Dutch guy that was a great player? Cruyff. They brought him in to change Spanish football.
Cruyff, yes.
So there's nothing wrong with being foreigners to change your program. Every country does it. Even England. England needs to bring in foreigners too. So it's no disgrace to do that. What are your thoughts?
Spain traditionally have admired the Dutch way of playing total football, and they've always,
it's just that Spain has their own player.
Yes. So Frank Rijkaard was in Barcelona. Ronald Koeman was in Barcelona. Johan Cruyff was in Barcelona. So they've always liked the Dutch style of playing. So over the years, they fancied that way of playing, and they adopted that system. Nigeria needs to stick to one system and bring in guys that can train our people
and do it for at least 8 years.
Corruption.
At least 8 years. Yeah, at least 8 years. Corruption is the problem. So let's switch because we're running. Not that we're out of time, but we're going to move on. Biodun, you wanted to talk about a Nigerian player who's in Sevilla. Can you give us a breakdown about him, and let's see what we have to say?
The man popularly known as Senior Man, IHENACHO. I think he sealed his move from Leicester City to Sevilla FC club football in Spain. So IHENACHO will be playing La Liga football next season in Spain. I think he signed a 2-year deal with an option of an additional 1 year. The 27-year-old
IHENACHO
will be making his La Liga debut.
Yes, but he makes his sound name Portuguese. IHENACHO. Wow. What position does he play?
So he'll be making his La Liga debut coming soon. So I think that is a good one for him. Yes, he's an attacking midfielder, a striker. He can play the number 9, he can play the number 8, he can play the number 10.
Where was he playing before?
Number 7 position.
So he's like almost he's very flexible.
All-round attacking.
But he's left-footed. He's left-footed though.
He sounds like
a left-footed player.
It sounds like he's like Lukman a little bit, but maybe more aggressive, more forward than Lukman.
He was the golden boy during the 2015 Under-17 World Cup. Where he scored 8 goals in 7 games. So
what team is he coming from?
Talent. After the Under-17 World Cup,
Leicester City in England.
Manchester.
Okay, Leicester.
He was signed for Manchester City then for a world record £25 million. So it's quite a good one for Man City. He moved to Leicester City for £25 million. So from Leicester City now, he decided to move to Spain, which is a big one for him. I think he was struggling with minutes at Leicester for a while.
Yes, he does. He plays for Nigeria. He scored some goals for Nigeria.
But
he's a left wing.
He plays for the Super Eagles, and he's one of the most lively players in camp. That's why they call him Senior Man. Very funny.
Was injured
big congrats to him. I think
it's
a good one for Nigeria, I think.
Okay, no wonder.
Yeah, he was injured.
I didn't see him.
He was injured during the AFCON. No, I think he was injured, but he played a couple of minutes in AFCON, but he went to the tournament. But he came on the bench and played a couple of minutes. But I think these guys are
good. These guys need to be focused on fire start. So we need to start looking at that. Yeah, maybe in about next year or
there's an upcoming 2 World Cup qualifier. I think in September. I think
so Nigeria needs to start focusing. We need to get serious. And we don't have excuses. We keep losing.
We don't have a coach.
Yeah,
we don't have a coach yet.
We don't have a coach.
We've not hired anybody.
Guys, we don't have a coach.
Tells you, I know we don't have a coach, so that is a big problem.
I'm ready.
When do you know you are going to?
I feel like they should hire Kunle Williams as the coach. I'm joking.
Who qualify for the World Cup?
All right. So I feel like what is your focus today for our show? Yeah.
So basically, I just wanted to talk about the precocious talent of Chido Obi Martin. I hope and sincerely do hope that he plays for the Super Eagles. We're in dire need of a striker in the mold of Rashidi Yekini. It looks like a new Rashidi Yekini. Languid, lanky striker. It's been long we had that kind of striker. I hope he decides for Nigeria, really.
Yeah, I hope so. And we'll see what happens. Okay. So thank you guys very much. So I think tomorrow, if you guys are free, we're going to do our first episode previewing the English Premier League.
Oh yeah.
So it depends on everybody. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys after we do the show to find out your schedule. So we'll do our early thing for EPL. Very quickly, I know this is the Nigeria United, but Nigerians love the EPL. Biodun, give us your top 4 for EPL. Yeah.
The transfer market is still open. I can't give that now.
Yeah, I'm going to make a guess. My guess is Man City.
Osimhen is still going to Chelsea. We can't give that now.
I think he's going. I think he's going. My prediction is
Man City. I'll go with Man City.
Arsenal, Chelsea, Man U.
Arsenal.
Chelsea, Man U. Yeah.
Man City, Arsenal. Those two I can guarantee. The remaining, any of them I can mess up.
Yeah,
Tottenham,
Chelsea, Man U, and Liverpool.
Villa,
Chelsea, Man U, Liverpool have to fight for it.
I cannot guarantee anybody. We won't mind you.
Yeah.
But I can tell you Man City and Arsenal will be there.
Yes, Man City,
and
Arsenal.
Man U, I mean, Chelsea has that good guy.
Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, and maybe Manchester United or Chelsea.
Yeah, but you're a Man U fan. No, okay, I like this. So this guy plays for Chelsea. Is it Palmer? Yeah.
Yeah, Palmer plays for Chelsea, yes.
Yeah, he's a very good player, And Chelsea, I think they have more mature players. Man U is still young. They're still developing their team.
Chelsea
so Man U
is about to sell Conor Gallagher.
I think it's Man U that has more mature players. So Chelsea that have young players.
Oh, Chelsea too, yeah. So
they're about to sell Conor Gallagher to Atletico Madrid. I don't know why.
Yeah. So I think you guys are right. It's very hard to say who's going to come 3, 4, or 5. We want to remember there's also Aston Villa, there's Liverpool, but I think it's Liverpool, Chelsea, and Man U that will be fighting for top 4.
And there's Tottenham
That's what I think in general.
Tottenham Hotspurs as well.
Oh yeah, Tottenham. Yeah, so that's very good. So thank you guys. So tomorrow we're gonna do our EPL show. We'll all find out what time works for everybody. So this is Nigeria United coming out of Global Sports, coming out of Complete Football Channel. We want to ask you to continue liking and subscribing and representing our show, which takes pride in Nigerian football, then African football, then the whole world. Okay, so thank you very much, guys. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay. Bye-bye. Thank you.